Hi everybody, this is Leo from Inside Leo's Mind. Today I have a review of a figure that I recently got. It's the Playmates Jet Jaguar from the Godzilla Classic line. Yeah. I don't have the whole entire box, but here's part of it. It has the Godzilla logo on it and it says in the bottom Jet Jaguar. So you can tell that this is obviously not Godzilla, but Jet Jaguar. But at least he's in the same series. He's in the series. Here's, dang it. Hold on. Okay, first here's the box. Here's the box design with the Godzilla 2000 Millennium figure by Bandai Creation. And it says Gojira in Japanese on the back. Also on the back, it has the other figures that are available to collect, and then there's Jet Jaguar, which I'm reviewing right now. Okay. Here, let's get on to the figure. The figure measures around 6 inches tall. 6 inches tall, and let me go on to detail and sculpting. And plus paint job. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go on the detail. The detail on this Jet Jaguar it's excellent. I love it. I feel like Playmates just pretty much follow the same footsteps as Bandai Creation and Bandai Japan does. Although it kind of looks very identical to the Bandai Japan one in some ways. And there's the bolts around on the back of his head. Bolt here, the antenna that he uses when he flies. If you look closely at his eyes, it's all painted. I love the circles, but what they added on it. It's supposed to be his headlights. And there's his nose that was detailed, and his mouthpiece, his Jack Nicholson or McDonald's Moon Man face smile. They could have done a little bit more on the neck, which I would approve more. Another thing what impresses me about this figure is they paid a lot of attention to detail on his waist. You can see his symbol. I don't know what this symbol is supposed to represent, but it looks nice. It looks beautiful on him. He has his Michelin Man legs and arms and Michelin Man waist. Okay, that was okay. I'm sorry what I said, but the neck was right. Now onto the I did the details. Now to the sculpting. The sculpting is really nice. It's just fabulous. He's in an attack or fighting pose, like he's ready to battle Megalon or Gigan or any monster that comes in his way. It looks very Ultraman-esque. I know. Yeah, I know. Some people think it's Ultraman, but Jet Jaguar differs from Ultras, because he's a robot and Ultras are just alien humanoids or alien humanoid giants. That's what the Ultras are, but this guy is more of a robot. Well, he's sort of a mech. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, back to the detail. The back looks great. Everything on the figure is just fabulous. No complaints. I saw one review saying that the Jet Jaguar has some balancing issues. On my figure, it stands perfectly fine. Nothing happened. Okay, if your Jet Jaguar figure falls over, I suggest you should put the plastic thing that came in the box to use it as a stand so you won't fall over. You can just don't throw it away. Just keep it just in case if it's gonna fall. However, on mine it's just, I don't think it needs it. It just stands on its own. Articulation wise, head goes all the way around. His left arm goes up and down and 360, and right arm goes 360, and the waist turns. Does he go in scale with your 6-inch figures? Well, if you have Megalon, well, although which is someone I don't have, okay, pretend this jar is Megalon or another kaiju. So you can say that it goes in scale. So he's pretty much bigger. So this and this is almost the same height. That's all I can say about size comparisons. Sorry, I'm not in my house right now, so I'm using this jar as a substitute, just to get you the idea on how big it is. This figure has a lot of differences with the Japanese Bandai figure. The Bandai figure is more like a scarlet red color right here and right here. On the Playmates, which is the one I have, it's kind of a faded red, or like scarlet, or you decide what color it is. Oh, I covered paint job. I did the detail and sculpt, size comparisons, any improvements of the figure. Well, there's nothing to say about improvements, but it looks fabulous, if you ask me. Yeah, it looks very fabulous. So if you want a Jet Jaguar, go to your local Target right now. They cost you $13, and it's worth the money. So yeah, I was at Target and I found this. They had it with the Final Wars Godzilla that's larger. So if Playmates did a Megalon or a Showa Gigan or the 1973 Godzilla, I would have complete the set to be Godzilla vs. Megalon. So enough said. I give this figure a perfect 5 out of 5 for being screen accurate. Something that we have never seen in a this is something that we've never seen in a Playmates figure. So enough said. This is Leo from Inside Leo's Mind, signing out, and see you on the flip side.